long, and he hasn't really done anything.
Matt Hardy, there's no way that Matt Hardy or Shelton Benjamin or Evan Bourne are where. So you've got.
It would have to be somebody like Dolph Ziggler if they want to give him a huge push to the moon. That would be the start, or Jack Swagger. Christian, if they want to actually use him right for a change, they could give it to him. And I like that idea the best so far. Is that who else is in it?
We've got.
Did you list everybody?
Christian Kane, Matt Hardy, MVP. Shelton Benjamin, Dolph Ziggler, Evan Bourne, Jack Swagger, Drew McIntyre, and possibly one more.
Out of that list, my personal preference, not prediction, is Christian. As far as a prediction, I have no idea. I have no clue. I guess McIntyre, since they like him so much. I don't know.
Yeah, they like McIntyre. Swagger's got the look in Christian, but I mean, Kane, Matt Hardy, MVP, possibly MVP if they want. I mean, they started, so I just don't see him. Nah, no MVP. Definitely not Shelton Benjamin. Obviously not Evan Bourne. Dolph Ziggler, like you said, if they really wanted to give him a pull, I don't know. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I'd say Christian or Drew McIntyre. I'll say I hope Christian wins, but I predict Drew McIntyre wins. That's my official thing. So put it on there.
There you go. Hey, you want
to? Let me get this one off the caller. What's going on, man?
Not much. I was wondering, do you guys see TNA's move to Monday nights as a solid one, and do you see ratings rising after WrestleMania?
Christ, we already went over that for like 30 minutes, bro. I mean, we like Ryan thinks that after WrestleMania, they'll definitely, they'll have a better chance, I guess is what you were saying.
Right.
And I agree with that. I don't expect them to just jump straight up because WrestleMania is finally over with, and now, I don't know. It depends, and then also, like I said, depends on how their shows are for the next few weeks until WrestleMania is over, and after WrestleMania afterwards, you can have at least one Raw that they can't beat no matter what they do. After that, then it could get interesting if TNA keeps putting on good shows and has, stuff to build towards and promote that people would want to see. So I don't think it'll be a drastic change, though. Yeah.
Hey, let's get to some news and rumors. I got the news board up here, so I'm just going to read off some random news and notes. We'll take live phone calls as well. We got about 15, 20 minutes left here, and then we'll get out of here. Next tonight, NXT is going to air live because SmackDown is out on the West Coast in Los Angeles tonight, so they're on a tape delay. It'll be a late night for SmackDown spoilers, probably about 2 a.m., somewhere around there before we get a full report. All right, some news and rumors. Steve Austin recently commented on TNA. He says, I don't know if we'll ever recreate that Nitro Raw War. WCW kicked our ass for 2 years, then we smoked their ass and never looked back and put them out of business.
He just got bleeped twice in that interview.
Yeah, right?
If it was Raw, yeah.
If it was Raw. He says, I wish the TNA people all the luck in the world because it means more of the boys will have jobs and it gives fans an alternative. I don't think anyone will ever come really close. I don't think anyone will ever come close to really giving true competition to WWE because they're so far ahead of the game. They're rooted in their system and they're a winner. He says, I wish TNA all the luck in the world, but it's a totally different product. So,
yeah. I mean, it's definitely not. It doesn't feel anything like WWF versus WCW did, but I will say this. And it was just talking about me personally, which doesn't represent anything because I wasn't a big wrestling fan, and wrestling was doing fine without me watching, so I don't represent the average fan. But for me, I didn't give a shit about wrestling. Now that TNA is on again and they're doing good, I'm back into it a little bit. I mean, WrestleMania has got me watching WWE and enjoying parts of it at least, whereas I couldn't stand the WWE show in the past. I never even bothered trying with TNA until this new revamped version. And like I keep saying, I love this new TNA. I mean, a lot of other shows I listen to, you hear them bitching. We were talking about this before they got on the air. Like, they get on and they're like, I wouldn't do this because of this. I wouldn't do that because of that. Like, they just run down the whole show and say, this was wrong because of this. They shouldn't have did this because of that. Like, can't you just turn the TV on and sit down for 2 hours, watch the show, and enjoy it and not say, oh, that was bad for business. Like, oh, that was stupid business. Like, shut up and watch the fucking show and you either like it or not, but don't, the audio that I sent you last night, okay? That's something different.
That guy was
same guy.
Same guy. Brian Alvarez is a fucking idiot, dude. It's the same guy.
He's hard to listen to. Dude, he's so hard to listen to.
It was horrible. It was one of the worst things that I've ever listened to, dude. And now I'm thinking, this is pro wrestling, dude. Calm the fuck down, dude.
Yeah, dude, I actually said that out loud. I was listening to the Observer thing they put up today. I was skimming through it a little bit, but there was a few times I was listening to him get all heated up and shit, and I literally said out loud, sitting here by myself, dude, calm down, man. What the fuck? calm down a little bit, bro. Take a few deep ones. Yeah, count to 10, something.
You know, Jesus, dude.
Yeah, I'd like to do impressions, too, because not only does he get completely overexcited, but the voice, I can't do that voice. Like, it's something like that. He sounds like Kermit the Frog is what he sounds like. It's just, he's annoying to listen to on a number of levels, so that's my speech on that.
Hey, back to news room. We've got we just put this up on the website a little bit ago. We have Jeff Hardy. His trial begins tomorrow. He faces 5 felony charges. That's
tomorrow?
That's tomorrow, man.
Oh, yeah, that's my stepdad's birthday. So that's St. Patrick's Day, too, right?
Yeah, St. Patrick's Day. No doubt. Yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day. That's what I forgot that was tomorrow.
I only remember it because of the birthday. Man, I never know dates of holidays.
He's going to be in the Superior Court of Moore County in North Carolina. He was arrested on September 11th. Police searched his home, and they found 262 Vicodin prescription pills, 180 Soma pills, 555 milliliters of anabolic steroids, and residue from powder cocaine and drug paraphernalia as well. So,
and they're strict as hell in North Carolina, bro. They are very strict on drugs in North Carolina. He was indicted on anything drug related. Driving, anything. I mean, they're assholes up there. Cops are.
Yeah. He was indicted on January 4th, 2010. He's going to be, this is what he's facing, felony drug trafficking, 2 counts of felony possession of a Schedule III controlled substance of drugs, misdemeanor possession of drug paraphernalia, and conspiracy to traffic, which is a big one. Conspiracy to traffic opium, trafficking 4 or more grams but less than 14 grams of opium/heroin. So this,
So how many is he up on? 5? You said?
5 felony charges. That I
don't see how he can get out of there without getting busted on at least one of them, man.
He's in trouble.
He'll be the luckiest man in the world if he gets out of there cleared on all 5. There's no way, man.
I know Matt Hardy and those guys have issued tweets that it's nothing more. He'll be, he'll be found not guilty, this and that. I'm telling you right now, 5 felony with conspiracy to traffic. I mean, that's the big one, and there's going to be a 12-person jury who are picked random for jury duty, 12-person jury who are going to hear the case, and then you'll have the DA, the district attorney, and the defense team who are going to fight for Jeff Hardy.
So they're going to have the 12 Angry Men. You ever seen that movie 12 Angry Men?
No, I've heard of it.
It's an awesome movie. It's a great movie. Yeah, about the
So the Jeff Hardy deal, that's a bigger deal than probably what you guys know. I mean, he's going to be there. He's going to be in front of a 12-person jury, as we just said. There's ways
to maneuver in and out of something. Like the trafficking thing is a serious charge, but there's ways to get around. I mean, that's just because of the amount he had. It's not like they got evidence that he's dealing. I mean, it's just he had so much that they can get him with that trafficking if they can make it stick. But you can get out of that one. But I don't know.
He's got good lawyers too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, there could be like a whole thing like, it wasn't mine or something, and they could prove that somehow. Who knows?
Right. Yeah, it's going to, I would say, usually trials last, they can last anywhere from 2 days to 2 weeks, you know what I mean? But I would say, if we start on Wednesday and they hear the trial, I would say possibly by Friday we could have a verdict.
It came banging out in one day?
No, especially with a 12-person, you've got 5 felony charges. So, the jury could hear the case and then deliberate, but it may take them a few days to deliberate to come up with an actual response.
God, man, you're weird, bro. I swear, like half the time I think you're like a dumbass. Yeah. And then you come out with all this court talk that I don't even know what the hell you're saying right now. You sound like a fucking genius right now.
They hear the case and then they go behind closed doors and then they come up with a verdict and then they give the verdict to the judge and then the judge comes out and reads it. So it's just a matter of how long does the jury need to reach a verdict. And we'll have to wait. I would say possibly by Friday, maybe Monday.
He's not O.J. Simpson. It's not like a huge fucking thing. They could bang it out real quick, I would think.
Yeah, I would say probably by Friday we'll have a verdict, and he'll probably. If he's found guilty, he'll probably be out on bail. Somebody will get him out on bail, and then he'll probably have about another month or two before he has to go back to court and find out what his you know, what he's going to be facing as far as jail time, and then they'll take him when he goes back for sentencing. They'll take him right then at that point. So, well, I don't know, man. It'll be interesting, man. I'll tell you what, I mean, to be charged, it's not a misdemeanor. You know what I mean? It's felonies, and they're it's 5 of them.
Multiple, yeah.
Multiple felonies. I mean, that's no joke.
That's a rough one, bro.
And you're in the state of North Carolina as well, like we just noted, that has very, very, very strict drug laws. And why on earth would anybody have 262